Alright, today we are back with another video. I have a trip. I have to deliver some goods and pick up some goods. So, let's get started. We're in the Cybertruck with 13.2.8. And there was a comment that you can drive from park, and I am from a park position right now. I did put it in full self-driving. And so it sort of works, but it doesn't really. You have to press the brake, you have to press the acceleration just a tiny bit before the sign shows up that it's ready for full self-driving. And here I am doing the full self-driving. We are going to make a right, left, right, left. It's determined a little shortcut of a way that I like to take, and I believe the car has just been spying on me, hence going this particular route. And I find it kind of interesting that it now uses a route that I would prefer, likely because it's spying on me. Anyhow, so there's a few things I want to talk about. There's a few controversial. Oh, there's a truck that's trying to make a left turn, and Cybertruck is going to give it the right of way. You can thank the Cybertruck, buddy. It's not me, it's a Cybertruck. It just, oh man, so I'm caught up at a light now because of that. This is a small little area, and so Cybertruck was super cautious, and for that we're stuck here. And I want to go over a couple of news items that were, well, somewhat controversial for Tesla and the Cybertruck, and it is in the news right now. As you should know that, and among my hate comments, there are plenty now. And that's alright. First off, I want to talk about Jerry rigs everything. He tested the Cybertruck, the tongue weight of the Cybertruck, and in the test video, you can see that homie is trying to break the tongue weight. He is trying to break the tongue weight because the Cybertruck has a towing capacity of 10,000 or 11,000 pounds, and so he gets this crane and he is trying to break the tongue. But the tongue is not really rated for vertical weight, okay? So the towing capacity is horizontal weight. It is not vertical weight. And in the comments somebody puts it nicely, and I'll just read it out. Ethan Moat writes, Jerry rig everything. I know it's really hot to hate on Cybertrucks right now. Okay, I gotta put this back. I'm not a fan of Tesla, and what is this? Wait, what is going on? This guy is just here waiting and not crossing the road. Yeah, it gave the Cybertruck a little bit of anxiety right there, but we're on the move again. I'm not a fan of Tesla and never have been, but do you all realize the towing capacity of a truck does not mean that the hitch receiver can have that much weight directly on it, right? So this was kind of reinforced by a previous video done by Whistling Diesel, where he totally trashed the car. It got 30 million views, and his conclusion was that the Cybertruck rear is just trash. It's no good. But if you watch the video from Whistling Diesel again, I encourage you to watch his original video. You'll see that there was a test done where he ran over circular pillars, and the circular pillars were meant to replicate like potholes, and the potholes, and the diesel truck that was in the video was F-150. It could not run over the potholes, so he had these, well, it's not the, he had those circular tubes as potholes. The truck couldn't do it. Cybertruck did, and what wasn't expressed in the video was that the Cybertruck, it ran straight down that incline thing. I'll post it on the video. And because of that, there was a quick moment that when the Cybertruck fell off that entire rig, the frame was slammed onto the back axle, and that probably cracked the axle. And from there, well, you have a cracked axle or a cracked body frame. And because you have a cracked body frame, you're pulling the weight of the truck, and well, it breaks. What can I tell you, right? Give me a second. I am here, and the Cybertruck doesn't know where to go. So deliveries. Let me see. Where am I supposed to drop this off? Okay, so it says here 16320. Okay, so it's the back end house. It's this back house right here. So like I was saying, Whistling Diesel, he had already cracked his frame, and he's looking to pull, and then presto, there's a problem. I gotta move out of the way. But this is tricky. There's a line coming from the sky, and it's hitting my car. Hopefully it's not electric. I don't think it's electric. So it was deceptive video, and here's another deceptive video. There's a truck pulling straight down. If you had 10,000 pounds on a 6,000 pound vehicle, you would flip it. Come on now. It makes no sense to test the weight this way. Straight vertical up and down on the tongue. Sure, the GM survived it because it has malleable steel versus aluminum, but still, this is not a realistic test. The Tesla Cybertruck can haul just fine. Okay, so jerry rig everything, con artist extraordinaire. Be right back. Okay, the Tesla did a fantastic job. We're in an alleyway, and the house is like on the other side, and Tesla can figure out that this is where I should park, because the outer side, there was a big gate and it was locked like via padlock, and so the Tesla brought me to the backside, and it just worked out. This is an extremely crowded area. Like, the streets are so small and tight. Oh man, we are in trouble here. I am gonna bail it out just because this car is not gonna like it if we don't. So I'm just gonna go to this back street. And even this back street, it's not great. Should I think I'm able to go this back street to get out. Yes. So I'm gonna bail out the Tesla for a little bit just because that street was so tight. Even this street is tight. Like, it can become like a single lane type of tightness. And I didn't want to go head on with that BMW. It's just not nice. Okay, so getting back to this, there is another fraudfluencer that made a video lately on a Tesla, and that person is Mark Rober. And so what is about this Mark Rober fella that I find so disturbing is that the title of the video is, "Can you fool a self-driving car?" And so he has the Roadrunner like fake wall that he runs into. And what's so disturbing about this video is that we're gonna go to the name. The name of the video is "Can you fool a self-driving wall?" Are we gonna go? It's all the way here. Tesla, come on. Sorry about that. I had to override it because it just didn't know what lane to go in. But this is the lane right here. So it went over 4 lanes, but you actually have to go over 5 lanes. And that's probably a GPS issue. It is what it is, okay? So, another intervention. So what would have happened is that it would have missed this, and then it would have tried to go into that illegal lane or make a U-turn up above. And I don't really have time for that. Okay, so back to this Mark Rober video. Can you fool a self-driving car? And it's getting fooled right now. It's in the carpool lane. Really shouldn't be in the carpool lane. And trying to make it get out, but it's too late. It's already committed. It's already committed. And it's harmless because there's nobody on either lane. Okay, so we're gonna take the freeway. Who knows? Let's just let it go. It should be fairly good. We're out of that really tight city. I have a lot more confidence now that we're out. As like I was saying, Mark Rober, can you fool a self-driving car? Self-driving would imply like the car drives itself. It doesn't imply that the passenger is driving. And if you watch this video, you can see
closer and closer
that Mark Rober is driving.
The question was if the Tesla would detect it in time to step on the brakes.
Okay.
It turned out.
All right. So you saw that it says, can you fool a self-driving car? He runs through the wall. Yet at the same time, he has both hands on the steering wheel. This is a self-driving car. You see my hands on it. I was on it earlier. I'm not gonna deny that I had to override some scenarios, but I'm not going to make some shock-grabbing video and claim it's self-driving and then take over the majority of the time I was on the video. That doesn't make it self-driving. So I just thought that was a bit of a con job. The video has 16 million views so far. And he is advertising LiDAR. And LiDAR. You know, LiDAR is supposedly the superior technology. It's supposedly the superior technology. And in this video, I've shown that Tesla outperformed self-driving cars that are in China. So did you know that those self-driving cars in China, they use LiDAR? Yes, they use LiDAR. Tesla has outperformed them because doing contrived tests is not the only way that you can prove if self-driving works. I mean, self-driving, you can just drive, right? You don't have to do these contrived tests. And if you do like driving videos, like video after video after video, proving that self-driving works, well, maybe there's a good chance that it probably does work. Though I don't understand why this thing got off the freeway so early and then decided to take the surface streets, but that's more of a navigation issue. Okay, so we're going to take the surface streets all the way to this location where I pick up some boxes and some supplies, because it is a truck, despite people saying that this is not a truck. It is a truck, and I'm going to be picking up supplies. And I'm thankful that it is a truck because I was looking for a truck for my business, okay? Anyhow, so self-driving has been better with Tesla Vision only compared to FSD LiDAR. LiDAR is not, because the technology can map in 3D. However, it doesn't mean that it's the only way. Believe it or not, what you see with vision can also be interpreted to 3D. For instance, you can see lines in the horizon. You can see lines ahead of you. And did you know that the closer you get to the line, there's like a parallax effect? And because of that parallax effect, you can tell between images and reality. See, reality has parallax, images doesn't. And Mark Rober really should know something like that. But he doesn't care because he's in it for the clicks and the views and the money. And he doesn't even disclose that there's a you rub my back, I rub my back scenario with the LiDAR company that he is good friends with. Neither. Give me a second with this. Yeah, my son is getting to investing, and I've kind of been influencing him to maybe buy some Tesla shares because the price is real good, and I got 14 shares myself up. And that's not financial advice. I just got it at $225 because I thought that was a great buy. So anyhow, so most of this trip that I'm driving here should be fairly simple, except for the exit of the freeway, which we are going to get up here. I am paying attention, allegedly. Well, yeah, I'm not sleeping through this video, so it's gonna be good. I'm gonna be paying attention. Camera, snitch camera, I will be doing that. And I believe Tesla, during the last firmware update, they were requesting to record audio, and so I denied that request. There's no reason why you should record audio other than maybe ambulance sirens and whatnot. Okay, so there is a reason. I'm just not up for it. You can listen to it, but don't be recording it. Okay, Tesla? Alright, so getting back to what I was saying. Yeah, I gotta close this text message up. Yeah, so I was investing in Tesla, and it's just 14 shares. It's not a whole lot. I mean, I have existing shares all over the place, and Tesla is a small portion of what I invest in. However, I do think that, you know, it was a good price, and so I was going to buy it. And so I bought it. It's not financial advice. And Tesla is a venture capital company. And I mean, you're going to be putting money as like a venture investment, okay? Don't think that you'll have to be accustomed to wild swings. Just don't do it. If you want to invest in it, just know that this is not for the faint of heart. I've been investing for many years, and it's going to drive you insane. But you also learn a lot, and I've learned that at this point I'm okay with this level of risk. And while I'm in a Tesla vehicle, I want to talk about some of the news that Elon went off today. And yeah, you can probably hear it yourself. I think I have the video right here. And the video is about the future of Tesla. And it's not going to be automobiles.
That the future we're headed for is one where you can literally just have anything you want. If there's a good or service you want, you'll be able to have it. And ultimately, everyone in the world will be able to have anything they want. What's key to that is robotics and AI. So once you have self-driving cars and you have autonomous humanoid robots, where everyone can have their own personal C-3PO and R2-D2, But even better than that's Optimus. You can imagine your own personal robot buddy that is a great friend, but also takes care of your house, will clean your house, will mow the lawn, will walk the dog, will teach your kids, will babysit, and will also enable...
Did you hear that? That sounds like science fiction. That sounds like science fiction. A robot that can mow your lawns, teach your kids, babysit. Wait, teach your kids and babysit? You mean I can homeschool? Nah. Imagine homeschooling your kids and all they know is robot Tesla. Okay, that is too much, Mr. Elon. But if you can help with babysitting for maybe, let's just say 1 hour at a time, that would be extremely helpful. Or just a hand around the house would be extremely helpful. And you know, too bad for those people that are gonna lose their jobs, like my wife. Oh man, that's assuming that she does do that work anyhow. But can you cook like my wife? Yeah, I didn't think so, Mr. Elon Musk. So it is interesting. I'll continue on.
Well, the production of goods and services, basically with no limit. And when you combine that with sustainable energy from the sun and batteries, we can also, at the same time, also maintain a great environment. So that, I think, is the future that we want. A future where nobody's in need. You can have what you want. And we still have nature. We still have the beautiful parts of nature that we like. I think that's probably the best future. What other future would you want? I think that's like the cool future. And also,
okay, so if I'm to be reading in between the lines, Tesla's gonna change the core model. The core model of Tesla is going to be robots. Robots. I mean, in the video, he's talking about people owning robots, maybe one too many per person. And that is going to be where the future is. So think of everybody in the world. There's billions of people. There might be 100 million robots in the future, in the next maybe 5 years or something. Because the first year he's planning to do 5 to 10,000. Okay, so those will first go to factories, probably Tesla's internal factories. And then after that, it's estimated that in 1.5 to 2 years, that Tesla will sell to the public. Okay, so the timeline is, first it's going to be the factories, and second is going to be the workers, people that work at Tesla. They're going to get a robot within 1.5 years, and then after 2 years, it's a free-for-all. Everybody can have a robot. And the complicated thing about a robot is the scope that he's explaining here, that can walk your dog, can mow your lawn, can babysit your kids, can help your kids learn, basically become a tutor. If it can do all that, it's going to be worth it. For me at least. I would put 20,000 for a robot that does all that. I think I would. Would you? I mean, just leave a comment in the section. Is that just being too much? I mean, if you should know that I run a business, and if I can get a business that can do just half of the work that a human does, just half, not even all of the work, just half, but then be able to do that work like 10 to 12 hours a day, that would be like kind of a game changer, to be honest. And it doesn't have to be complex work. It could be cleanup style work. Can you sweep up this mess I made? Can you just arrange my stuff for me? And I'll tell you how to arrange it. That's kind of like incredible. If it can do that. Can you pick up my weeds? Can you maintain this lawn? I mean, that would kind of be okay. Maybe picking up weeds is too much, but so you get the idea that for a business owner, this can pay back really quickly. Really quickly. I don't remember how much I paid for wages this year, but I don't want to scale too large either, because as soon as you start scaling, then your passion becomes a job. And I really don't want to scale my business too large just because of that, because now you've got like multiple workers, and you got to make sure that you have consistent enough income that you're going to have for yourself and for your workers. It's scaling is it's not something I have in mind unless I have a robot that I can abuse. Right? So anyhow. So we are getting close to the destination to pick up my supplies, and I don't think we're in the best lane right now, because you see up here I have to make a right turn, and there's a lot of people lining up here. Everybody needs to turn left and turn right. Well, yeah, I'm not sure if they gotta turn right, but there's a lot of people on that rightmost lane. How's the Cybertruck gonna navigate that? Yeah, anyhow. So Tesla is going to become a robot company soon enough. At least that's Elon's plan, is that the robots they're gonna take over the world. I mean, if they're half as good as what he says, I mean, I was only expecting a robot to maybe pick up the trash, like physically bend over and pick up trash for me. Maybe that's the scope of the robot, but now they're saying that it can teach a kid, so that means that it can speak. I didn't even know that Optimus can speak. And yeah, we'll see. We will see. Yeah, it'll be really helpful. I just don't know that it'll happen in my lifetime. I do have a disabled kid, and if he can help him around, that would be like fantastic. But again, wishful thinking. Anyhow, yeah, I didn't even notice we got here already. The car just moved really quick and smoothly that I didn't even notice that we're almost there already. We passed all that, and there was a big pothole right there. It didn't avoid it, which I wish it did. But yeah, we bypassed all that traffic and sped to this place. And, let's see if we go inside. And I'm going to go into the loading docks. I'm not going to be parking at a normal spot. So here we go. And okay, it wants to go here. I can't let it do that. I'm gonna override. I'm going to the loading docks. And here we go. So we learned that the Tesla navigation is alright. That back parking was a major win, because there was no real parking in the front. There's fraud influencers that are up to some shenanigans on YouTube, and it just takes a little bit of critical thinking that to really overcome and just see through these lies that they're doing. And I'm not really sure why Jerry Rig Everything had to basically deceive people. I can see why Mark Rober did, because he's obviously shilling for this other company that gave him money in the past, so you scratch my back, I scratch yours type of deal. That company sells LiDAR equipment and whatever. Even China, I mean, there's a brand out there, I forget the name. It starts with the L. They're starting to deviate away from LiDAR itself as well. They're going to vision. They have a prototype that's vision only. Because, let's face it, the Chinese, they're excellent at math and they know parallax better than anyone. They can figure it out. Anyhow, that's all I got for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Be sure to like, subscribe, share. See you in the next one. Take care.